In the process of making our desktop publishing document, we are going to include textual information, and that text information is going to be in the form of simple frame text, where we type text onto our screen to convey information to the reader. However, we're also going to be using what is called art text. So in this application, this secondary text icon called art text allows us to create text that we can add graphic elements to. So we would use this text to highlight areas such as headings, titles, mastheads. So what I'm going to do is just type some information on here. So I'm simply typing. I can take this text and make it as big as I want by dragging. I can rotate that text just like I can rotate any other object. My text context toolbar up here allows me to change the font. It allows me to change the size. It allows me to set bold or italic or underline if those are options for that font, and obviously I can change the color too. So there's the very basics of art text. However, art text allows us to do quite a bit more than that. If I come over here to my right side studio, I've added another tab called Styles. Now, if you don't have that one called Styles, you can pull back down from your View menu. Sorry, that's the wrong place. From your View menu, choose Studio and Styles and turn that one on. What that allows us to do is take advantage of what art text offers, in that I can click on the styles and I can choose any one of these preset styles to change the look of my font. So if I want it to look like aluminum, for example, I'll click on that style, and there you see my text all of a sudden is changed into a graphic format. So you can play with those, add a little bit of a different look to your masthead. Now you may be asking, what does masthead mean? Well, the masthead is the title of your article. So I'm going to just minimize this for a second and show you a bunch of classic magazine covers. Each one of these has a very specific graphic masthead. So it's stylized text that shows the reader the title of their magazine. Some of them are pretty straightforward and pretty plain. Men's Health, for example, standard black text. Rolling Stone has a bit of a 3D look to it. Wired adds some graphics beyond the text. People, Time, New Yorker, all pretty standard in that they simply select a font with a color. Now, you can make yours as fancy as you want. So one thing I can do beyond here is go to my Effects tab. So I backed that up, taken off my style. Now I can go to Effects, and all of these graphic effects that are here, I can apply them to my graphic text also. So if I wanted to, for example, add an outer shadow, I'm going to select the color of my shadow. I will select the opacity. I can play with my radius, and I can play with the offset. So all of those things start to come into play when you deal with your effects. If I don't like that effect, I can go and choose any other one I want. I can choose 3D effects where my text starts to look three-dimensional. I can turn that one off. I'll choose Bevel and Emboss also, which is a 3D type style. So you can play with those to create something interesting for your masthead. I can also take my text and apply it to a shape that I've drawn, and this is called Follow Path. So I'm going to create a shape, and I'll keep this fairly simple in my demonstration. I'm just going to drag out an ellipse or a circle, rectangle, sorry, not rectangle, oval. And if I take my text tool and I come over here and I hold it near the path of the shape, you'll see it switch from regular art text to text to path, which has the T with the little path on it. And if I click there, I can then go ahead and draw that text on my screen and have it follow that path. Now I also have the option of moving that around. while I have my path there, I can also edit the shape of my path, and my text will stay right there for me to adjust. Okay, so there you have adding a graphic text. You can change the basic features of it with your text context submenu. You can change effects, and if you add your style menu, you can add styles to that also. Now, there's one other option that we have here that's nice and easy to use, and it is a website called Cool Text. So I'm going to jump to Cool Text here for you and let you see how it works. So if you do a search for Cool Text or just type in cooltext.com, this website will open up, and it has a bunch of preset text formats that you can pick and choose from to create a masthead for your desktop publishing document. So I'm going to choose one here. Let's say this one called Stranger. So I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to type in the text that I want to use, and you'll see that will appear then, and you can test it out and see how it looks beforehand. There are some options along here that you can pick and choose from to edit this information or edit the look of this, but I'm going to now download my logo. My logo pops up on my screen, and then I will click download. Shows up right here. I'm going to show in Finder to see where it actually is, and there it is right there, called Cool Text 399 with a big long number. So if I go back now to my document and I want to bring that in, I'm simply going to place. I'm going to go to my downloads. There is my text, and I place it on my screen. Once I place it, I can resize it and do whatever I want with it, just like I normally would. So there are two options for you for creating a cool masthead or creating a graphic title for your document. You can utilize any or all of those, but just remember, whatever you choose to do, it should fit within the theme of your article, because one of the things I will be looking at is the cohesive visual appeal of your article. Don't do a bunch of cool text that are radically different just because you think they look good. Make sure it fits into your article.